The skill story of Odisha begins in the year 2016. This is when Odisha's Skill Development Authority was formed at the behest of the Honorable Chief Minister Shinabin Patnaik. His charter for the newly constituted authority was to build an aspirational brand called Skilled in Odisha. He said, a day must come when future employers would ask their potential employees, are you skilled or are you skilled in Odisha? This overarching aspiration meant three things. In the short term, high-quality employers should make a beeline to lock in talent in Odisha's skill training institutions. In the medium term, global employers must come to Odisha in search of extraordinary talent. And finally, in the long term, Odisha must be known as a sandbox for innovation in the world of skill development. Great ideas worthy of being replicated elsewhere must be tried in Odisha first. Back in 2016, towards fulfilling our goals, we created a threefold strategy. We call it Fix, Scale and Accelerate. What it meant was that first we fix the ITI system. Second, to scale up short-term skill programs for school dropouts. And finally, we accelerate the setting up of the iconic World Skill Center. Let us first talk about fixing the ITI. In India, ITIs and IITs were set up around the same time. Unfortunately, in successive decades, the ITI institution receded in stature even as the IITs lunged forward. ITIs became synonymous with failed aspirations and blocked dreams. If a high school student had all the doors slammed closed, that child came to an ITI. The ITI was seen by many people as a failed institution. Our job was to make it aspirational. For starters, we changed the report card for the principal of every ITI. For this, we used the 10-6-4-2 formula. Each ITI had to name 10 students of whom it was truly proud. Every teacher needed to know the personal story of each of these students to present them as role models to be emulated by skill trainees. For example, they needed to know what family circumstances these 10 students come from. What was their transformation at the ITI? How did they overcome odds? And where were they placed after finishing their training? Of the 10 names, 6 had to be of those who have made a mark outside the state. And 4 had to be women, and 2 had to be stories of entrepreneurship. The 10-6-4-2 formula caught everyone's fancy because everyone loves a delightful story. Today, all the ITIs can highlight their role models who inspire others to follow their examples. The first such role model was Muni Tiga, an Adivasi girl who lost her father early in her life. She came to an ITI. She trained for 2 years, and after her training, today she has become a loco engine pilot with the Indian Railways, where she hauls trains between Bhubaneswar and Palasa every day. Nunaram Hansda, another tribal, came to ITI Rourkela, where he always ran short of his mess dues by 30 rupees a month. His teachers pulled together the deficit and let him study. Today, Nunaram Hansda runs the insulin manufacturing line at Biocon. Just the same way, Somendra Das, trained at ITI Puri, became a trainee at Tata Motors. Quit his job, started an auto body repair garage, where today he employs 80 people and clocks revenues of rupees 8 crores. The next thing for us was to make the ITI students self-confident. Over the years, they looked like a ragtag bunch. The state roped in National Institute of Fashion Design to suggest a new set of uniforms for them. Unlike the past, today ITI students play contact sports, compete at the state level. ITI fests take place to celebrate the debating, acting and other artistic talents. They look forward to going to class today because there are other cool things to do as well. Among the many other interventions at the ITI, a significant one was the concept of a change leader to work with young students for enhancing their life skills. For this, We have partnered with Tata Strive to send bright skilled trainers to every ITI on a 2-year fellowship to augment technical training with life skills. Today, 93 change leaders and project managers are part of a process that impacts 27,000 students every year who learn about ideas like learning to lead, teamwork, problem solving, sustainability, design thinking. In 2016, government ITIs had less than 6% girls. In many ITI today, it has crossed 20%, and the eventual goal is to cross 33%. Today, Odisha's ITI boasts of skill museums, open-air art installations that display their technical and design prowess. They take pride in their social outreach in terms of natural disasters, from fixing household gadgets in the flood-hit Kerala to helping restore power after Cyclone Fani that battered Odisha in 2019. The next thing was to create a new sense of direction and ambition among the teachers themselves. For the first time in India, we sent 215 ITI teachers and administrators to ITE Singapore, considered one of the best skilled institutions in the entire world. 90% of these teachers did not ever have a passport in their lives, signaling their own personal lack of outlook and ambition. These teachers, upon their return from Singapore, crafted the mission, vision, and values for what we call the new ITI. Beyond the ITI and polytechnics, the state implements many short-term employment-linked skill training for those who have dropped out of school after their 5th, 8th, or 10th class and would not go back to formal education either because they cannot cope or they have family compulsions. These youth trained to become retail sales assistants, drivers, janitors, healthcare assistants, domestic electricians, industrial sewing machine operators, and so on. The flagship program for such training is the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana of Government of India that provides 75-day residential training in many domains. Odisha has been adjudged by the Government of India as the best performing state for DDU GKY implementation for 3 years successively in a row. The famed Tirupur textile belt of Tamil Nadu critically depends on skilled Odia workers. These are from DDU GKY, whose deft fingers make international levels from Diesel, Guess, H&M, Mark & Spencer to Tommy Hilfiger. Among the thousands of beneficiaries of our short-term skill program is Sumati Naik, a 10th class pass from Bhadrak who could not speak any language other than Odia. Today, Sumati is a department manager at West Side Coimbatore. Or consider the story of Damayanti Swai, a girl from Kendrapada, who was selected by Tata Advanced Systems, Hyderabad, where she builds aircraft body for Boeing and Pilatus. To make Odisha's talent more visible, the state has been engaging at the CEO level to create a special connect with high-quality employers. The efforts have paid off. Now let's talk about the iconic World Skill Center. The World Skill Center has been set up in Bhubaneswar at an outlay of nearly $193 million. It has come up in Bhubaneswar, housed in an 18-story state-of-the-art building, spanning 500,000 square feet. It will roll out 1-year courses as a finishing school designed with the help of ITE Singapore in areas like precision engineering, vertical transportation, air conditioning, refrigeration, as well as certain creative economy courses like beauty and healthcare. Additionally, through several other programs, the World Skill Center will directly and indirectly impact 1.5 lakh youth by 2024. The World Skill Center will be run with expert guidance of an expatriate leadership team of 5 from IT who would eventually transfer the ability to local leadership team. The World Skill Center is part of a larger skill ecosystem in the state that is being further strengthened. A key part of the overall fix, scale, and accelerate strategy is using the spirit of competition among youth for making skills aspirational. Towards this, in 2017, the state decided to participate in the India Skills Competition 2018, which was a precursor to World Skill Competition at Kazan in Russia. In preparation for Kazan, Odisha set up Mission 1, 2, 3. It meant Odisha would strive to get India 1 gold, 2 silvers and 3 bronzes. Towards this, Skills 2018 was conducted in Bhubaneswar for the very first time with 5,000 youth competing in trades from beauty to hospitality, nursing, welding, painting, carpentry, bricklaying, plumbing and many others. At the national level, Odisha surprised everyone with the second largest medal tally in the country, slightly behind Maharashtra. More importantly, 3 participants from Odisha represented India at World Skills 2019 in Russia, and one of them, Aswath Narayan, brought India her very first gold medal after the World Skills competition in Kazan. The next one will be held in Shanghai in China in October 2022. Towards this, India Skills Competition 2021 was recently held in Delhi by the Government of India. This heralded Odisha's moment of crowning glory. At the India Skills 2021, Odisha has been ranked first among all Indian states with the highest medal tally in all 3 categories of gold, silver and bronze. A large contingent is now getting ready under what we call Mission 234. The goal this time is to get India 2 golds, 3 silvers and 4 bronzes at the World Skill Competition, Shanghai. Based on the original charter to make Odisha a sandbox for innovation, many breakthrough ideas have been created out of Odisha, and one such is the Nano Unicorn program. As we all know, a unicorn is an internet startup with a valuation of more than $1 billion. India has a clutch of more than 60 such entities, from Ola to Oyo to Paytm. But India's true progress would depend on how many nano unicorns we can create. These are tiny enterprises set up by skilled youth who may generate just 1 or 2 jobs at a village or a small town somewhere remote in India. To build a prototype for this, Odisha launched the Nano Unicorn program. To find a potential nano unicorn with talent scout at the ITI level for their entrepreneurial aptitude, we listen to their dreams, and if we like the story, we send them to a 2-week mini MBA program where the person can further hone the business idea. At the end of the program, we bring in rupees 1 lakh from philanthropic funds and get the nano unicorn off the ground. A pilot has been rolled out so far with 433 nano unicorns, and this will be stepped up to 3,000 in the coming couple of years. The large goal is to harvest the story of entrepreneurship, which we'll share with young people to encourage them to look at skills as a means to become entrepreneurs, beyond the journey of the last 6 years. Now, we are beginning to dream bigger. Odisha's skill efforts are in the middle of a rejig. We are soon going to start work on Skill Vision 2030. The idea is to create a blueprint for the future. We have chosen 2030 as the milestone because it coincides with the sunset of Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations for the year 2030. What would be unusual is the process of crafting the vision, the creation of subsequent policy, articulation of the strategy for implementation, and the determination of funding as well as organizational structure and the resultant change management process. The exercise would start with an analysis of global trends that would have discontinuous impact on the future of work, employment, and entrepreneurship. Vis-a-vis these trends, the study would look at the as-is condition of skill preparedness of the state and then look at the could-be and the should-be scenarios. We need to plan for a differentiated position for the state to make it a global benchmark for skill development and human transformation in the decade ahead. The visioning process would entail drawing from the insights of a multidisciplinary team of design thinkers, economists, sociologists, market analysts, technology and development sector specialists, and domain experts who have the thought leadership and the experience in large-scale transformation and change management. We know this is a journey that will never end. Under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister Shri Naveen Patnaik, all of us are driven by a sense of purpose. We are here to take the story of skilled in Odisha to the next level that recognizes every individual's right to skill, just as we talk about right to education. We are driven by the vision of the Honorable Chief Minister Shri Naveen Patnaik that skills must be seen not just as a means for employment but as a tool for human transformation. Skilled in Odisha.